Hi, Victoria Cooper here, your personal finance gal. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. So this week, I'm going to talk about special needs families. It's so important to educate about how to manage your finances and different types of accounts that are out there to help special needs families, whether they have a child or an adult. And I don't think there's enough education out there these days. So today it costs over $250,000 to raise a child. And this does not include college expenses. To raise a child with disabilities, it is over $500,000. Yes, it is double to raise a child with disabilities. So there are a lot of additional expenses that a special needs family needs to take into consideration. So for a child, there are all the healthcare expenses that go with different medical therapies. Then you have babysitters and legal and financial costs. You also have advocates and then any other unexpected expenses. For a special needs adult, there are expenses related to employment. So if they can work, you have employment support. There are housing expenses. Staff may be needed. There's also transportation and education. There are just a lot of different expenses that need to be taken into consideration if you have a special needs child or a special needs adult. So there are federal and state benefits out there to help offset some of these costs. Unfortunately, most people with a child under the age of 18 are not eligible for Medicaid. The threshold to qualify is very low from an asset standpoint as well as from an income standpoint. The cutoffs vary by state, so I suggest going out and looking up your state and seeing what the cutoff point is. But the reality is most people do not qualify because they have too much income coming in or they have too much in assets. You can also be eligible if you qualify for a state program. A special state program can help you qualify for Medicaid. So what do people do? Well, they go out and they use private insurance. So what are the costs associated with that? So you have your copay, you have your deductibles, and then medical therapies can be covered to an extent. However, there are usually limits. And after that, all of those medical therapy expenses are being paid out of pocket. And paying out of pocket can have its benefits because you can get some discounts paying in cash. You can also qualify for some grants for certain therapies, and those can help. But that is just another expense for special needs families. So this week, I'm going to be talking about what happens after they turn 18, some different accounts out there that you can open to help keep you eligible for certain governmental programs. So there are a lot of different options and opportunities out there for special needs families, and that is what I'm going to talk about this week. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. What is your most important question about personal finance? I want to hear from you. Post in the comments or send me a message and I'll answer it on the show. Have a great one.